Greetings, Salami Okami here, but you can call me William. Today we're going to be playing a new roguelike, Moonlighter. Let's see. Do hard recommended. Moonlighter, right, is a roguelike that also involves you running a shop. It is very interesting, right? It says at night. There's a land as old as imagination. One night, mazes full of extraordinary treasures and deadly creatures appeared in this land. They called them the dungeons, strange, ever-changing ruins of unknown lands. Soon a village of the slightly curious took root near the dungeon. Its tiny name? Rinoka. Among the settlers, two groups shined brightest. Heroes and merchants, glory and riches. But the dungeon proved too dangerous. There were some closed and many lives were lost in their depths. Life became hard for the town, especially for the young owner of the oldest shop, Will of Moonlighter. Long dreaming of opening the mysterious fifth door of the dungeon. Okay, just opening the dungeon. But yeah. We're going to be playing this game. It's pretty fun. I like it. I know some friends who don't like it too much for the shop aspect of it, which is understandable. But yeah. If my voice sounds a bit strange than to my other ones, currently recovering from being sick from something, most likely the flu, and also due to congestion from allergies as well. So, I do apologize if, sounds a bit strange, but yeah, let's get going. Yeah, so we got the standard buttons, right? You can use left stick to move, right, since I'm playing on controller. What is it? Left and right trigger are to swap between, or I guess the dodge roll. Right, and then left mouse and right mouse button are to swap your weapons, right? We'll see as we get on more to the game. Or I guess, no, right trigger is for something else. Left trigger is the dodge roll, as it's shown here. You can dodge in the 8 different directions, right? The moment you start your dodge, you're stuck there until it's done. Sorry for any noises in the background, guys. As I said before, they like flying planes around this area. But yeah, dodge rolling covers a short distance, right? Because, you're in the air, and it also is what you avoid damage with, fitting. And enemies, you also just kind of pass through them. Alright, showing everything that we can do here. Got a potion. And now, it's showing that we can attack with A. So we need to use the potion. We can use right mouse trigger. Here you can get a lot of potions from these pots, so it's recommended to, to get all of them. And our starting weapon here is, well, a broom. It is, I don't think necessarily the weakest weapon in the game, but it's one of the most unusable. But yeah, if you hold X, right, or whatever button it shows prompted, aside from regular attack, you can charge with the broom, right? So each weapon has a special heavy attack. How useful it is depends on the weapon and how you're battling the enemy. But yeah. But since this game revolves around our shop and us being a merchant, and its main thing is, well, collecting stuff so that we can sell. Right? Yeah. If you want to quickly grab one thing specifically from it, you only use right bumper and you know, if you want to get all of it, left bumper. Hold to stack everything else. You can press left, left trigger, and it sorts it all. Now let's get going. Alright. I think we're supposed to lose in this one, because yeah, we can barely hurt the yeah, we can't even hurt these guys, so this is like a, well, it's not like we can't hurt them, but they'll just keep spawning until we perish, upsettingly. If you had like a better weapon, there might be a slight plausibility of being able to get through it, no problem, but no, that's a scripted loss, so don't worry too much about it. If you somehow manage to get through it, honestly, amazing skill, I would say, but I don't have that amazing skill to get through that with just a broom. What a sorry looking kid. All alone now. Rest for a bit, Will. I have you now. Yes, loading times. Even as a mere child, barely able to walk, you're curious of the dungeons. Yes, thank you, Zenon. There's no doubt you carry the same obsession as old Pete. Morning, boy. Then a little merchant bought off more than he could manage. Well, listen to me. The hard truth is this. You are the last of your family, the only one left to run Moonlighter. You can't keep pushing yourself like this. Risking your life on this fifth door? Nonsense. It's foolishness. Just leave it. Find some artifacts, then use your pendant to get out of the dungeon. And for Carter's sake, stop using that broom of yours, you daft boy. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Ba-da-da-da. It's mine from back in the day. Use it. I have no need for it now. Here it is. Now then, get up. You are wasting light. Can't have you neglect the shop all day. Let's see if I can get through your hard head some of the tricks that I picked up from your grandfather so many, many years ago. Well, as he says. Alright, let's see. Successfully selling your merchandise takes knowledge of two things. You must know an item's value as well as its demand. Come now, open the shop and allow the customers in. Okay. Can I place anything even then? No. Yeah, it's just standard tutorial. Did you see that? Best expression you could hope for. The item wasn't too expensive for them, and not so cheap for you to lose a profit. You should have paid attention to your customers' expressions. It's as he says, as you're selling things, you will figure out what is the best price to set it as, so that you can get the most off of it, whilst also people being fine buying it. Since after all, you know, no one likes to buy things when they're too expensive, but at the same time, the person selling doesn't want to sell it too cheap. That's how your grandfather always knew if his prices were fair. Yes, by seeing their faces or not. And here it should show that 170 is too high of a price. Yep. I don't think I need to tell you that item was obviously overpriced. Lesson learned. Finally, be careful of selling a popular item too much. If you flood the market, you'll have to offer cheaper prices on your wares. Yeah, when items become more popular, people will buy them more, but it also goes down. The point is, charge higher when something is in high demand and in low supply. Take out your merchant notebook. It should hold all the information you've gathered on discovering wares and artifacts. Yep. And then here, can shift through, and we can see here's the item. When popularity is neutral, you can kind of set it to its best price. But if it were to become popular, right, you could then raise it a bit. And if not, it's too much sells. Standard, what is it? Sales tactics, you could say, right? Best head off, look at more on your own. Restoring the shop to its full glory, that responsibility falls to you, not I. Is in your blood will. Make us proud. In the meantime, why don't you try out that new sword? Dungeons are more perilous at night, but one can always find better artifacts. Just don't dive too far, and use that pendant, boy. It is as it says. A lot of the times, you want to be going out at night because you will end up finding more items, right? And in the day, you would then sell your stuff. But there is nothing wrong with going in the day where it is much easier, but you can't find as many items. But it'll allow you to at least hold on to it, since whenever you faint, right, you lose a lot of items from your pack. And the only ones that are really saved are on the topmost row. And that's why later on there will be something that will be shown that it won't be so easy putting all the items you want on the top row. Go now. These weary bones of mine must rest. But yeah, we can talk to various people. So my son, when I find you. Oh, Will, have you seen Masa around by chance? Take out the various people. What a town. But yeah, little town that our character lives in. It is very interesting. Play tag next time. Stop by your shop. Will, I saw you in the dungeons earlier, mister. Did you bring me anything mysterious? I don't know, did I? Let's look in chat. Found any culture artifacts in the dungeon? Always find it fascinating how all the items we found in the dungeon appear to be from entirely different civilizations with unique cultures. Yeah, protect various things. The town will grow as we do more within the dungeon and sell stuff. But as it is right now, the best thing to do is just, try to get as far as possible. The way I'll be doing this series will most likely just be, traversing through the dungeons, showing off the shop, selling, right? This game obviously is a lot better streamed, but I don't know if I'd be able to do that or manage it, right? So for now, we're just gonna keep it as videos. I want to see how long I can keep it without the need for cutting. Yeah. So we have a pendant. If we hold down, whatever button it says down there, it'll warp us out, but it'll cost us some money to do so. Nothing in here, so we'll keep going. Map. All right, holding down, pressing select allows you to see it. Shoot up. Okay. So, new weapon. We have a sword and shield. A bit slow on the attacking side, but deals a lot more damage than our brew, and much more effective at taking things out. It's special. You can block with a shield. It reduces damage, and ow. Wow. I guess we can show off here though. Here, attack me. This is one too. That's fine. But yeah, reducing damage and or potentially blocking damage. So yeah, golems, you want to be careful. They can only attack in the cardinal directions. So you want to quickly move in and out. Here we can show that it blocks, but if you hold it out for too long, Will gets pushed back and can put you in a bad spot if you're not careful. Keep exploring. Tiny slimes. Some more common materials. Though I don't know why we can't just open our bag. Where? Here we are. So, what is even in here? Some random sort of loot. To a person, hopefully far better than I, my time is short. I took injury from strange creatures across the room. My pendant all but shattered from the scuffle. Check him out, though. I'd say I fared better than he. He caught me spying on him near the Guardian's room. He dropped a couple of items when he fled. One of which is this map? Diagram? Whatever it is, I was right. They called me crazy, said old crazy Pete done gone lost his marbles. But I was right. Each guardian of the dungeon must possess a key of sorts. All of them linked to that giant-looking door outside the dungeon. The fifth door over Noka. Sadly, I won't be around to see the door open. To whoever found me, I apologize for the smell. But the diagram should be around here somewhere. Please open the fifth door of Renoka. These dungeons are not what they seem. Alright, I know where it is. Big boss gonna kill me. I was supposed to let them all out. Now I have to chase this weird creature that stole my stuff. Ah, big boss is gonna be so upset with little me. And then shows the order. So right now we're in the first dungeon. And then some materials. Yeah, as it shows, when you have enough money, you can just leave. And as it stands right now, we can't do anything else. Well, actually, we'll drink a potion. It's fine. But we leave, you'll eat our money, and we're out of here. Go back to town. And boom. Spits us out. The young proprietor, Moonlighter, has returned. You look intact. Finally learned to use that pendant properly. It's about time, boy. What are you holding? Is that a chart of the dungeons? Where did you get this? You found old Pete. Dead. See, this is what happens when you chase what's behind that door. Leave it. No. Just get the artifacts you need from the Golem dungeon. Look after Moonlighter. Now, I noticed some posts on the town board that may interest you. Some shops want to move in, attempt to revitalize this town. Apparently, they need some startup capital first. Would be nice to see some new life in Renoka. Nice indeed. And here we have the bulletin board, right? Request board, however you want to call it. So we can invest money into the town, or we can invest money into our own shop, right? Upgrading it. First, you want to kind of prioritize the townsfolk first. That way you can get stronger, you can get a lot more items, you can sell more and upgrade your shop. But yeah, these two that you can see here first are going to be important, right? Vulcan's Forge, give the dungeons too hard, tied to a weapon. Yeah, they're doing sales page. But yeah, Vulcan's Forge, he's the blacksmith. He can make you weapons and armor, right? Which will be very helpful. And then the wooden hat, right, is the brewer, right? Or the witch, however you want to say it. And she can enhance your weapons or give you potions to heal you. Now, if we enter here, and then read this, we can now see all of this. We only have 2 sets of storages, which, you know, can fill up really quickly. And yes, potions do count as items as well. Here we go. And a certain of items: ancient pot, foundry rest, jelly, stone, cores. Yeah. So then we hit the hay. Since it does need to be day in order for us to sell things, let us sell a small assortment of goods. Let us first sell some teeth stones, some roots. How about the ancient pot as well? Alright, so first things first, what we want to do, we want to change the price of this. We You know, 170 is too high. And let's fix that. So, crystal rock, or crystallized energy. Crystallized energy can go for 200 is too much. If 100 is the equal amount, then the best way to put it would be, let's say, around 110. Any more than this, it would have to be popular in order for it to win. But this should be fun. Let's put Teeth Stone. Oh, I want to put the whole thing. Because, yeah, you can put one, but then you can also put the whole thing. Obviously, right? And you put the price per unit. Teeth Stone, if I remember, its best price is 6. It costs a whole lot, but not too bad. Throughout this run, I will be using a chart to show off its best standard price. I probably won't be messing with it too much for what is it? For the more intricate parts of the game, right? As it is always good. But the reason why is just because I at least want to, you know, show off the game to you guys, which is really neat game, right? So roots, they are the same value as teeth stones. And then this ancient pot is, what is it? It is roughly the same as the crystal, 110. And that should be it. With that, we'll be able to get one more thing. So in order to leave the shop, you can just press the button, but if you hold down, you open it. Okay. But yeah, this is the standard gameplay loop. I might end up skipping a bit of the merchant part and only show off the dungeon crawling. But yeah, still neat little game. I personally pretty like it a lot. I haven't gotten the chance to finish it yet on my first ever playthrough, upsettingly, and that is because what is it? I just was never able to get the time around to it. So hopefully, maybe in this series, I might be able to finish it. I will also be playing in its DLC, right? Which, what is it? Which, you know, it can have some different things, right? First, we're just gonna sell as much as we can first, just so that so we get that much money. So after you set a price for something, it'll stay that price, you know, when you put it back. So you don't have to put it back again every single time. Wheat stones, they are best at 17 each. And then vines, I think, are real cheap, right? They're best at like 3 per. Oh yeah. Once you get better shops, you can have more slots to put items. And so, yeah, this game, very charming. Also very relaxing when you're just in the shop phase. Because it's just real simple. Now, if you're not planning to sell too much, and you're only planning to sell a set amount, you can preemptively close the store and then head out. But yeah, we're just gonna finish these sales up. Alright. And then, once you go by the door, you can then close the shop. As it shows, we made a pretty decent amount. Not bad. With this, we should also put the broom away, as it'll not be necessary anymore. It is funny though. You could still use it, and that could be an interesting challenge run that I feel like some people have tried is only broomstick on the hardest difficulty. Man, that'd be very troublesome, but let's get going. Let us continue. We got a good amount more time. Let's see how far I can get here. And here we are. Back at it again. So yeah, so this dungeon has 3 floors before the next boss. All of this goop, well, it seems to be slime, and thus it slows us down. Right. Big fish. Ow. Seem to be stationary. And there we go. All the loot. But yeah, here we are. So, these are curses, you could say, right? Artifacts can be cursed, and this is how they can limit where you place them in your bag, right? Because you gotta remember, this top slot is what Will is holding on to. So if he were to faint, he doesn't lose them. Whatever is in his bag when he faints, though, he does end up losing. Oh. Man, I mean, very messy. These pots only shoot in one direction, really. Right. What do you got? Gold rubies. Not bad. And another thing of fabric. Those with the same curse can be used, or not be used, but those with the same curse can stack on top of each other, right? If they're the same item. No. Training gloves. This is interesting. So now that we have another item, we can now swap between them. Gloves, you have a 3-hit combo, right? Or you can just do 1. Your charge up makes you charge forward, and overall it's a lot more responsive. Oops. There. Before you perish, you do want to make sure to leave with a pendant, as it's much better spending some gold for the pendant to just leave and sell your items than to, overcommit and then lose all the items you have. This is interesting. What do you have to say? Today marks my first step into these mysterious dungeons. They were discovered not far from Rinoka, a small, incredibly charming village just north of the crater. And they are quite a unique occurrence. Any number of adventurers may enter a dungeon at once, but no one will adventure together. These dungeons seem to build themselves around the one entering, a unique maze for each person, never the same labyrinth twice. One must ask, though, if no one is currently inside the dungeon, does it even exist? Now these are the questions. Many right now are flooding to the dungeon for their treasure, completely disregarding the inherent danger of the hostile creatures inside, just for some gold and fame. But not I. No, it's not about the questions for me. Where did these dungeons come from? Why do they consistently shift and change? And why are they filled with unseen treasures? I'm not here for the what. I'm here for the how and why. Yes, thank you, Mysterious Journal. Yeah, so just keep running around. It is a bit late in the video, right? But how have you guys been? You know, as I said, I was a bit sick with a pretty bad headache, but thankfully I'm a lot better now. And yeah, here hopefully doing a series people will like, which is Moonlighter. Keep running through. The limit of how much your bag holds will also be a problem, since you also want to carry potions in with you to take up space. It's a lot of risk-reward type stuff. But yeah, let's see how well I can do. You know, getting hit like that is not doing well. As you also see in the middle there, that chest is being sunken by goop. If you were to take too long to complete this room, you would get consumed completely by it. Okay, golden sword. And more fabric. Okay, let's continue. Alright, golem. Now, in this game, normally, if you see any sparkly bits in a bottomless pit, find a thing with just some neat amount of items. Now, if you have the DLC for this game, though, if you notice, there is this purple bit. If you were to drop down into the pit with that, or not purple bit, wait, am I crazy? No, with green, right? It'll take you to a special area where the enemies are a lot more difficult, but you can get a lot more loot. This is what I wanted before. Why do our tools keep disappearing? Chambers full of precious stones are left untouched, but rooms and chests holding our most basic tools keep vanishing. So this is a healing spring. They act similarly to those in Kid Icarus Uprising, if any of you ever played that game, or at least seen it. The healing pool has a set amount of health you can get back, and you can keep coming back to heal up, but obviously at some point it'll stop healing. So yeah, this is the first boss, Golem Warrior. Pretty easy to beat. You can get a good amount of items. And we shall drop these. I forget the button for it. Well, let's start first. Because there is a button that I can just drop things. But I forget. Because I do want to use the thing. It's a shame though. Let's see. 5. Okay, so that's the most I can just hold on. Can't use them because I'm not hurt. What is the button? Alright, I think the best way of doing this is quite simply just open this up and just dump some of these over here. There shouldn't be any problem leaving items. But once you enter here, it'll drop you down to the next floor. But I might as well show off what happens if we do the DLC thing. I think it is DLC, right? Don't quite remember. But let's do it. Alright, here we go. Yep, we enter this goop. Doing this will make you go to the next floor after you complete this sub area. Yeah, Wander Dungeon. Yeah, you'll fight somewhat harder enemies, but you can get better loot. You know, if it actually shows up. Let's keep running around. Ow. This enemy here flies around until it decides to attack, in which case we can counterattack after it lands. Heal up real quick. Just grab the loot. Move this slime here. Move this here. Open up our inventory. We drop this extra potion on here. And let's keep moving. It is also a viable strategy to just ignore loot from earlier floors and only grab from the later floors, right? But for now, we're gonna do this. Through here, and we fight a giant slime. Likes to bounce. Oops, I forgot this. the wall is the edge of the arena. Not too difficult of a boss. Just be careful of it stomping on you. This is where things get difficult though. It's splitting aspect. Like a lot of these bosses in nature seem to split a lot. Best way of doing it is like Isaac, right, or Gungeon. Focus on one blob, right, and just only focus on that one whilst it splits, and deal with its smaller variants. As you can see there, if the slime is small enough, or I guess the same size as Will, instead of dealing damage, it first tries to keep your movement in place, which can become problematic. There, too difficult, and boom. There. It's quite simple as it is. You can also drop enemies onto the bottomless pits. That can be super difficult. And then in this game, or not this game, but in this dungeons, right, you can get a special weapon that you can use for the thing. Alright. And well, we can equip it, and it'll be a pretty strong weapon for the thing. So, what this spear does, right, as it says on the name, gas spear, you can charge it up to have a poison-like attack, or I guess a gas-like attack, you could say. And it's not too bad. Alright, here, if you can manage to beat the first floor, this is one of the strange devices that creature dropped when he fled. This one's rich, actually, almost quite literally rich. For every item you place into this device, gold of some perceived value drops out. It's great if you need to use your pendant in a pinch. This device looks like a mirror, so I'm just gonna call it the mirror. Keeping it simple. I do wonder though, where do the treasures dropped inside go? And am I getting the best deal here? This is what we wanted to get just before having to head out. As it does, you can drop items in it and you get money, though for a heavily reduced price. Let's show you. Wheat stones, 17 each for its best price right now. And if we drop it in, it only gave us 7. So yeah, if you can do the math, right, you can also figure out what is the best, but you know, it's not quite what we want, but it is what it is. Come on now. Shield. We'll most likely just dip after opening up this chest. Hey. What? Oh, I did not expect that. We will not be doing that right now. Oof. Man. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. As you can see here, poison. You just want to avoid the orb. Okay, we're... Gotta swap weapons. I'm doing poorly with this one. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, come on. This is being so bothersome. I don't mean to accidentally use it. And this thing, you want it to slam into a wall. And then you can deal with it. There you go. Yeah, we're not going to be using this. It's one of the not that good. Let's see here. You know what? Get consumed. You only get 1 coin from it. This chest contains these things, which remains hidden. Currently in the dungeon. What do we put away? this one away. We'll bring this. So what is this? Destroys one artifact in the direction shown when returning, which obviously is not good. We'll grab this, put it in here. We'll put this away, grab this, and then we're out of here. The deeper you go into a dungeon, the more it costs to leave. But I think that's fine. Boom, we're back. Whilst we're here with our money, let us get Vulcan's Forge. Now we have a blacksmith in town, and we can get better weapons, and we can also get armor. Hey, you must be Will, no? The one who requested my forge. My name is Andre, Forge Master Extraordinaire. If it's weapons or armor you seek, Vulcan's Forge is the place. As he says, for some money and some items, you can then make weapons stuff. Each one has a different variation, right? One is more so meant for damage, whereas the other one is for dealing its various effects, right? But either or is fine. This will help out a lot. And since we did find training gloves, we can end up upgrading it into fighter gloves or rough gloves. Equipment is much cheaper made than bought, you could say. And so what you can do is you can make, or you can buy these items, right, with your or buy these equipment with your items and money, and then you can sell it to the adventurers who come into your shop looking for gear, right? And they can sell pretty well, right, if you can focus on some of these ones. Yeah. Armor, fabric is your generally pretty cheap but reliable. Iron helm, right, is more defensive, but obviously it can cost more. Steel, right, as per usual, upgrades to the fabric. Iron chestplate, steel, fabric, iron. But yeah, depending on these, right, you can either go for the lighter equipment so that you can still have a good amount of speed, right? Or you can go heavier and have less speed but be more defensive, right? To however you fit your play style. Right, let's head back. And just put our stuff away and organize. Alright, so we got a rune tool. We'll sell this. We'll sell the hardened steel. Let's sell these gold runes, see how much they go for. Sell the fabrics, because why not? And then lastly, yeah, sure, the broken swords. You know, one more thing too. We'll sell an iron bar, an empowered crystal, just to get the feel for the prices, right? And found your rest. Okay. We'll do the sell, and then just vibe. So, a rune. Sorry for that one. So, a rune tool. This goes for a lot. This goes for 1,650. So it's pretty good. You can raise it relatively high if there's a lot. If it's really popular, right? We're just gonna sell for this. Let's see here. The hardened steel. Hardened steel is not too bad. Goes for, at best, 330. If we do gold runes can go for 330. A unit, and then let's sell the fabric. Fabric goes for 270, which isn't too bad. Alright, let's start selling. Shop. Just want to make as much as I can right now, just so that I can get better weapons. Sorry for my sniffliness. Here we are. So these. Go back. Let's place Broken Sword and Foundry Rests. Broken Sword is... Okay, so Broken Sword and Foundry Rest both are worth the same. Both are 165. Which, not too bad, right? Considering they weren't too difficult to get. And here we go. It's pretty good. Yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying, you know, watching the gameplay, right? As it's real simple, and I know it's not for everyone, but I like it, so we'll go through with it. I don't know how many videos I'm gonna do on it. I'll probably do a good amount, right? Maybe to the point where I complete the game, but there is a lot where it's just selling. But it's not bad. Golem Core is for 110. Iron Bar is 28. It's here, 28. And then Empowering Crystal. I suggest holding onto Empowering Crystals and the Slime Jelly, right? Since they'll be very useful once you unlock the brewery, right? So that you can get more potions, and Empower Crystals are also used to make the weapon you have stronger, right? You know, levels it up. Seems I can't quite find it. You know, I'll take my own advice and hold on to it. But I just sell these, finish the day, and then make myself armor or a better weapon so that we can get through the dungeon better. Because not having armor, you can already see how much damage we were taking from those enemies. Yes. Alright. Skill bar. Sell it. Time to end for the day. Boom. Sold a good amount for a total of close to 6,000. Which isn't too bad. Yeah, we'll hold on to the Empowering Crystal. Mirror. The rest. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, right? This roguelike, which, you know, acts a bit differently than other ones, right? Well, yeah, if you guys have enjoyed, I'll be seeing you in whatever next video I do, and I hope you have a great day. See ya!